headed to the Outer Banks. We're headed to the beach. We're gonna stay the night in Nags Head, wake up and spend the day in Kill Devil Hills. We're gonna check out Jockey's Ridge, check out the beach. This weekend, it's 63 degrees. It is warm compared to last week. Last week, we were covered in snow. The van, the yard, everything. So this week, weather change, we're heading out. At the end of this video, we're gonna have a full van tour. We've seen in the comments and a couple of DMs that you guys wanna see the inside of this van, find out more about it. And the number one question we've been asked is, does our van have a bathroom? And the answer is yes. So at the end of the tour, we'll show you the bathrooms. So stay tuned. Oh yeah, 10,000 followers. We've hit 10,000 followers in 30 days. I don't know how that's possible. You guys are awesome. We're up to, I think, 11 now. 30 days, 10,000 followers. We got another 30 days to go. That's 3 more weekends of trips that we're gonna take. Follow along. Okay, so when we get to 50,000 followers, we're gonna do a giveaway. Subscribe now, follow along. When we hit 50,000, we're gonna hide something here in the Outer Banks. And if you're close enough to come find it, you will be able to win $500. What? So get ready. Let's get to 50,000. Let's make it happen. There is gallons and gallons of water all over the van. And I see what it is. Looks like Thor motor coach. Forgot to put a cap here. There's a vent right here on the outside. I'm gonna drain it halfway and then it won't slosh enough to fall out. Right here, and it's pouring out. I'm going all the way down the side of the tank. And then it's flooding out into the rest of the van. All right, fire this van up. Hey, we have made it to the Outer Banks. Stop here at the rest area, and now we're gonna head to, let's go to the Fresh Market. We'll get some milk, make some lattes in the morning. So we are going to the Oregon Inlet Campground. Right now, I'm merged back on the highway after I put my seatbelt on. Seatbelt City. At the Harris Teeter. I'm gonna grab a few items. Where are we going? Starbucks. All right, cool. Going to the Starbucks and then do a little shopping, right?
Okay. You insist on going shopping.
All right.
We can go shopping.
Sounds good. All right, got everything from the Harris Teeter. So what's the plan next? Where are we headed? All right, TJ Maxx. I've got to get some warmer clothes. It was 63, 70 degrees in Greenville, and now it's like 35 degrees. The wind's blowing. It's chaos up here in the Outer Banks. Got a Starbucks. You ready to head to TJ Maxx?
Yeah.
How terrible would it be to come all the way to the Outer Banks and there was no reservations for the campground? It wouldn't, because we could just sleep in a parking lot like this at our favorite place, the Harris Teeter. We end up at a Harris Teeter everywhere we go. Harris Teeter, if you watch this, send us a message. We've got some ideas for you. B23. It's all right, we are here at the campground. What do you think? So I say we set up, we'll block the windows off, walk on the beach, hot chocolate, and a movie.
I do not want to walk on the beach. It's cold and windy. Yeah.
I'm gonna go walk on the beach. Excited about the Jolly Roger. All right, what I got here is the famous Jolly Roger special. Eggs, cheese, potatoes, wheat bread. I get it every time. I don't change. I've been eating this for maybe 20, 25 years. So a cup of coffee and a Jolly Roger special if you make it to Kill Devil Hills anytime soon. Can't go wrong. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you guys?
Pretty good. 2 adults. 2 adults is $10. Come check out the Wrights brother. First flight is North Carolina. It's not Ohio. No matter how bad you want it to be. The plane took off from here, landed about halfway. Didn't happen in Ohio. Happened right here.
Here's everything we're going to look at. Wright Brother Monument. All right.
Cool.
Let's go check it out. But one big complaint from the Thor Motor Company. I'm a passenger princess. There's no mirror. There's no mirror. What do I do?
Check this out. This is how you control it. Look, you can tilt, turn. They've done it. Damned if they ain't flew. That's a piece of the fabric from the original. It's really cool. He faced this way, laid down, and he could control his rudder with that knob right here. Yeah, he would control his rudder from up front, and then he would control his lift from these two front sails, which is pretty cool. Let's go check out the monument. Let's get matching motorcycles and just cruise the coast for 2 weeks. Hey, how about a van tour? This is our 2025 Dodge Ram ProMaster Freedom Elite, made by Thor Motor Coach Company on the 1500 chassis. On the back side of the Freedom Elite, we have, and if you're into it, TV. You can hook your cable up directly from your campground, or some state parks offer this. We have a 30 amp service, which this is a lifesaver. It'll charge your battery bank and you can pretty much just live as long as you want to. We were plugged up last night and we can make coffee in the morning, run the heater all night long, charge our cell phones, laptop, and your city water. Down here, you have your gray tank. On your gray tank, you have a valve. All you gotta do, open up your cap, pull your valve, you can dump your gray water anywhere that you're supposed to dump your gray water. Welcome to the back of the van. Up top here, you have your backup camera. And not only does it have one backup camera, it has two backup cameras. And you can see this on the dashboard when you hit your viewfinder. At the back of the van, it has a lot of space. With a full-size bed, it's enough room for me and Miranda to be comfortable all night. Underneath us is the garage area. This is the main reason we picked this model van, which is the 17D by Freedom Elite. We can get our bikes under here. We can bring all of our coffee maker, storage, extra bedding, beach supplies, everything we need. The other cool part about the back of the van is the doors. Here on the other side of the van, we've got a few more options. Cable again, if you're into having cable in the van, a TV, which we're not. We do a lot of board games, card games, stuff like that. And always your 110 outlets for grilling, charge your phones. Just the same as the other side, there's a Safari window on this side, but you have to be careful because when you open the door and your window's open, you could take it off. Something to keep in mind if you get the 17D model. I thought this was pretty cool. If you're outside and you're having a great time, you don't have to use the countertop inside to cook. You can always come to here, pull up, lock in place. You have an outside table. It folds out of the way nice and neat whenever you don't need it. Welcome to the inside of the van. First things first, let's get Miranda to show you the cockpit.
Hey guys, here at the helm station, the seat is very important for me because as you can see, I can barely touch the floor, but the seat goes very many different ways. Up, forward. I can see everything and it's just push to start. So I'm gonna skip over a lot of things, but I will tell you the things that I think are different. She has CarPlay and it's wireless. Wireless charger, love that. Some of the features that I like for safety-wise, locks all the doors with one button. Getting in and out, just boom, done. Everything's locked, I don't have to think about it. Something unique that was important to us, we like to pull behind a small Carolina skiff. So she has a trailer hitch and the tow package. So we have the tow haul button here, and then you can actually look at your trailer hitch. So we have two backup cameras. One is your standard, you can see it here, and then the other you can actually check while you're going down the road. That way you can check on your trailer. I have an armrest. Reviews for the 2024 model talked about too many cup holders, so I guess Dodge really revamped the design. We have 1, 2, 3 cup holders in the center console, one on each door, and then where a cup holder used to be here, they've replaced it with charging ports. So I have C, USB, AC, DC. If you're on the road a lot, you will love the amount of storage in the cockpit. Sunglass storage goes all the way across. Swivel. Now you're in my living room. The swivel seats were important to us because it doubles your space. So we had the pickup truck camper before, and once you got in, all you had was from here back. But now the cockpit that you've already been spending all of your time in, have your junk stored up above your head, it's now part of your camper space. So it's like having a living room. The camper designers did a great job. They used every single floor space. And here behind the driver's seat, you have your heater. You might think it's blowing the wrong way, but everything on this camper is stored with magnet mounts. So you just flip it over and now it's a 110 outlet. It plugs in right here. The woman's place, the kitchen. It is basically one big large area for food prep. It did come with a cooktop that plugs in and there's an outlet right here. We don't typically cook like that on the go. We will either use the fire pit or the grill that's available at the campsite. Almost every campsite we've been to has a charcoal grill available and we prefer it. We don't want things to stink. There's this big countertop space and you can remove a section. Very nice, and have your sink. It's a stainless steel bowl and pull down hose. How do you make it work? We have water tanks. You flip the water pump on and now you have water on demand. You can actually flip on the water heater and have hot water for washing dishes. And check this out. Just like your house. Storage is boring. Tommy's gonna do it.
Before we go over the storage of the van, check out these ceilings. I am 5'9", so this gives me, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches of head clearance. If you're 6 foot tall, you are safe. You can walk around this entire van freely. Remember, 5'9", sitting in the bed, straight up. I still have a half inch. You're sitting in bed at night, you're reading a book, still got all the headroom you need. Now, I want to talk about what I refer to as the junk drawer, which is the most important drawer in the van. This is where Thor Motor Coach stored the electric cooktop that's supplied with the van. We've taken that out and now it is our bona fide junk drawer. The next drawer over here is our linen drawer. So everything from toothbrushes, paper towels, cleaning materials, washcloths. One of the things we were not expecting is that these shelves are very shallow. And the reason is all of the plumbing that supplies our sink is ran behind these shelves. So that only gives you about 8.5 inches of shelf space, which is not the end of the world. We've managed to fit a lot inside of this small space. One of my favorite things about this entire van is having a fridge on board. 12 volts, runs on our house battery system. This fridge stays on 24/7. Fridge stays on 24/7, and I know what you're thinking, that'll drain your battery system, but it doesn't, because as often as we drive this van, when we drive this van, the alternator charges our house batteries, so we never run out. Up here is a lot more storage. When you close the door inside and you put your blinders up, it can get a little dark. The great thing about this model is the light bars that Thor Motor Coach has installed. Turn them on is an easy switch. This model does not come with a Dometic air conditioning unit, but what it does have is 2 fans. Thor Motor Coach put the Max Air fan on this model, and it's pretty easy to use. You just crank your lid up, choose your speed, which is 1 through 4. And above the bed, you do the same thing. Open your hatch, which creates an in and an out for circulation. So on a hot night, it stays nice and cool. Thor Motor Coach installed these soft storage bags, which are great because that's where we keep our bedding. And when our bedding's not here, we put our clothes. Each soft storage bag is mounted on an L-track system. And you can see these in a lot of things that are out today.
We have 2 beds in our camper. We have this full-size bed here. This is where Tommy and I sleep once we get to the campsite. And it's a pretty firm mattress. If you're worried about cleanliness or maybe you don't want to add a mattress cover every time, this mattress cover actually is semi-waterproof and comes off to be washed. So it's just zippered around the backside. While we're talking about upholstery, the walls are upholstered. It's not something we expected, but kind of love it. If you're new to camping, just know that every quality camper has a fuse box that's easy to get to because you might need to change out your fuses, and a CO detector. We also have a smoke detector. I broke it. It works. Tommy missed a couple of storage spots. There's a shoe compartment here that we actually use for our first aid kit. So here's the dinette that turns into a bed, but first I want to show you the Lagoon table system. So with the table in this position, you have a great amount of space to eat or play board games, which we like to do. And you have a phone charger here, which is really convenient because I also happen to be sitting on the toilet and there's a phone charger. Before I show you the toilet, I want to show you how first the same space can be a bed. Thor Motor Coach sent us these. They just fit into this compartment here. With the Lagoon table system, you just loosen this and lift. Slide them there, and now it's done. Now let's look at the infamous TikTok toilet.
So this van did come with a toilet. We haven't used it yet, but it seems easy enough. And it's right here. And just get to it. By the way, it does have seat belts in the back, so you can legally ride 4 people in this van. 1 here, 2 up front. Okay, you can see I'm sitting on the toilet now. It's not the best in the world, but if there was an emergency, you were inside of a city, you didn't want people to know you were in the van, you could safely use your bathroom from inside of your van. It's pretty spacious. I mean, you can get very comfortable sitting here. I don't know if Miranda would like it too much. Good morning.